Hey, what's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? Afro Joe the Wookiee attending T.I. Motherfucking is. Now, everybody's been talking about Jake Paul. I like his brother Logan Paul, and I've been watching some of his brothers. I've been watching Logan Paul's video, and everybody's been talking about Jake Paul and the things he's been doing. He's been on the news, and the things he has done, even I feel ashamed of. I was like, man, and I'm starting to agree with a lot of people, mainly H3 about the things that he been doing. And H3 made a valid good point about the invasions of Viners and all this and that about Jake Paul and Lance Stewart and so on and so forth. I was like, man, and I kind of agree. It's that they really are killing YouTube. Because I remember back when I started doing YouTube videos, even I said something. I used to talk like when I started back in doing YouTube videos, I have talked about YouTubers. I have talked about people who are well known. They can get away with TOS. I've talked about Philip DeFranco, Al Justine, What the Buck, which actually, What the Buck is actually nice. He's pretty much nice. He's not a pompous ass like what you see here, Mr. Jake Paul, or as I call him, digging the booty ass over the KYJ looking ass nigga. But but it's like this though. I'll sit here. Even Boogie said something about this, and I kind of grew with Boogie. It's like this. I'm agree with H3 and Boogie. You're giving us a bad name. You're giving YouTubers a bad name, and it's kind of you're making it more hard for YouTubers to be something, or you're making it more hard for YouTubers to succeed in what we do best is YouTube videos. It's bad enough that YouTube is messing up. I've said this before about YouTube back in the day, way back, that YouTube is standing there on. And I'm sitting up here, I've said it that YouTube's getting their own way. And I've sat here and watched this dude sit up here and screw everybody over. You sit up here saying, he ain't screwing nobody over. Yes, he is. Jake Paul is screwing, it's like his brother, him and his brother, which I like Logan Paul. He makes good videos, but it's like this, the stuff that they do, they taking it so far. Over the last few years, I've noticed this because ever since Vine died, they came over here. They actually came over here before Vine died, and they started killing YouTube. I was like, damn, man, y'all are killing a platform that some of us YouTubers have worked very hard for to get recognized. You sit up here and you living in like the things you've done. He sat here and living in this neighborhood, setting beds on fires, doing dangerous stunts, and having kids there at his house. It's like you got to think about it. You're 20 years old and you got kids underage coming to your house watching you do this dangerous stuff. To me, it's like this. You doing this and they're watching you. It's like when you get in the public eye, like YouTube or Disney, and I still don't get how Disney still let him work, still letting him work on the show Bizarre Bar, and the stunts he have done. To me, if I run a company and I hire somebody that's very popular with the people, and he's doing all this dangerous stuff or doing all this crazy stuff and all this and that, then why would I want to keep him around? Why would I want to keep this person around and say, you know what, I'm gonna let you go because I cannot have you be the face of my company if all you're gonna do is sit up here and do these dangerous stuff, act out and do all this and that. We can't have you around because I remember back then when Disney or Nickelodeon will hire these kid actors and they see they do a stunt like do these kid doing these stunts, they fire them and say, we don't need you. Well, you're drinking and driving, we don't need you. Well, you're posing nude, we don't need you. You're doing this, we don't need you. You're smoking this, we don't need you. But he's doing these dangerous stunts, and they never sat down and say, you know what, we're gonna cut ties with you because one thing is We run a business for kids. We trying to be a good business for kids. We da 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 da. We can't have you around if all you're gonna do is these dangerous stuff and these kids that that's underage. Their mind is not developed to the point where they know what is right and what is wrong. But you're doing this stuff, these stunts, and they're doing it, and you're on Bizarre Bark, and something happens to a kid. It's like this. It goes back because I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna compare it to Jackass. I'm gonna compare it to Beavis and Butthead. The reason why I'm saying is comparison to these these two shows is because look, when MTV had Beavis and Butthead, a little kid did set his house on fire because of an episode of Beavis and Butthead. What happened? MTV and Mike Judd got sued because of that. And what happened? That's when they started putting disclaimers at the beginning of each episode of Beavis and Butthead. Please do not try this at home. Even when Jackass came out, they even put it Jackass, Viva La Bam, Wild Boys. Even they had disclaimers on it. Please do not try this at home. And kids actually tried these stunts. And look what happened. People try to sue MTV because of that. And it's just like this. Jake Paul is in the public eye. He is in the public eye. And plus, he's on Disney. And the stunts he's doing, do you really want this man, not man, but this child, boy child, to represent your company? Same with YouTube. He's representing two companies. One, Disney, and the other one is YouTube. He's doing all this stunts. Now think about it. What if he got a kid hurt? And like I said, what if he got a kid hurt? Then the parents will sue two companies. One, Disney, and the other one is YouTube. And you got to question, why is this kid getting away with this stuff? Like I said before, I agree with H3, and Boogie. H3, and Boogie, because one thing is, he's sitting up here doing all his stunts. The neighbors are going off about him doing these stunts, making the neighborhood unsafe, causing all kinds of hell. Him up there acting out in front of a camera. Oh, what are those? And then he gets arrested. He's looking at 1 year jail time. I said, you got to think about it. He's looking at 1 year jail time. He's doing all these stunts, and there's kids around. All these kids around. And plus, he's got these girls going in and out of his house. Now, to me, I'm a grown man. That's like, to me, what I do in my house is my business. What I do in my house is my business. But when I'm doing vlog videos for YouTube, I'm not gonna do what he does because if I'm doing videos and I got that well known as Jake Paul, I'ma separate my vlog, my YouTube career from my home life. Because what I do at home is my business. If what I do on my career with my YouTube career, I separate because I don't need to sit there and have people see that I'm doing all this because they're gonna think something's wrong with me. They're gonna think that I'm a sex addict. They're gonna think I'm a abuser. If I was living the life he was, you putting kids' lives in danger because of the stuff he does. You actually sitting up here abusing women. It's like, oh no, I'm not. The stuff you do when you have girls and all these people living in your house. You got all these people living in your house. Why you got all these people living in your house? And you got kids coming in your house. See, that's why I respect his brother Logan Paul more than I respect him. Because one thing is, he does show that he does do videos in his house, his plays. Except he does it where he's showing him and grown folks, and then shows that he's going to work doing acting gigs. But when Jake Paul, he's showing stuff that he hurting himself. He's showing it, it's just the stuff he does. I don't get why. It's like why does he get subscribers? Why does he get all these people? And I've sat there and saw the comments. I sat there and saw the comments. Oh, there's da 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 many people in the world and people's dying every day. I said, yeah, but think about it. How many people gonna hurt themselves or end up killing themselves because the stunts he does? Think about it. He's in the limelight, and you're gonna sit there and look at it. I say he's got kids watching him, and they're gonna do stunts. And these kids gonna do stunts that he does, and you gotta question how many kids gonna do the same stunts that he does in his home. Think about it. He's in there. He ain't got no disclosure or nothing. Says please don't try this at home. I don't even watch his videos. But one thing about it is he don't give a damn. Long as he's getting that Disney check and that YouTube check, he don't give a damn who loses their lives. And I've said it before. Is making YouTubers look bad about the stuff he does. He's like, you can sit there and say, how is he making YouTubers look bad? Because one thing about it is, look at all these YouTubers, all these well-known YouTubers, and there's TV companies, movie companies, music companies, sitting up there watching YouTube to see who they want to sign to their company, who they want in movies, who do they want on shows, who they want on a record label. And they seen people like Logan Paul, not Logan Paul, but Jake Paul, and they're gonna start thinking, do we really want to deal with people that does YouTube videos? That'll be the first question they ask. Do we really want to use a YouTuber that's doing all this stuff? So it gives us a bad image. It gives us a bad image because he's sitting up here doing this and it's making these companies question us. It's not quitting them questioning him. It's these networks, these companies questioning us to like, do we really want to go to YouTube to deal with anybody? Because how do we know they're going to end up like Logan, like Jake Paul? See, that's the problem. He said, well, you can't put the blame on him. When it comes down to finding work or trying to get into the entertainment business, you can because, like I said, he is the face of YouTube. He is the face of Disney. And one thing about it is, they're gonna look at it as like, you know what, we really can't deal with people from YouTube because we don't know if this person is gonna be just another Jake Paul. Do we really want to do business with people like Jake Paul? It's like I said, if I was a CEO of Disney or CEO of YouTube, first thing I do is cut ties with him and say, you know what, I really can't have you here because the stuff you're doing is making my company look bad and it's making it hard for you other people to find work. Like especially YouTube, it's gonna be like you're making it harder for other YouTubers to get into the entertainment business. You're making it harder for them to get views and all this and that. And that's all it is to it. I don't think that Jake Paul should have subscribers. Y'all can sit there and it's like it's like it's like people supporting that with Jones character, the kid that's sitting up there that's a pedophile. If people still support him even though he's a sex offender, you got to sit there and think, why would somebody support a sex offender? It's the same as why would somebody support Jake Paul, even though it's two different things. They're still YouTubers, and you still got to look at it. Why do they still get subscribers and views, even though they're fucked up? If Jake Paul fucked a child, would you still support him? That's the question. If he killed somebody, would you still support him, even though he was in the wrong? Would you still support this dude? It's the question. You can sit there and tweet and all this shit, but you gotta come to grips on something. If something happens that makes him look so badly, you gotta question: do I really want want to support this person because he can get somebody hurt, he can get somebody killed, he could have raped somebody, he could have molested somebody. You gotta question this. Do I really want to follow somebody that is that fucked up? It's the same as why would anybody support R. Kelly even though he raped, molested, and pissed on a child? Why would you support that person? Don't sit there and defend somebody because they're well known. I can understand defending somebody that got falsely accused, but when it comes down to somebody like Jake Paul, dude, do not defend somebody because they're not gonna defend you. They're not gonna bail you out of jail. They're not gonna come to your house and eat dinner. They're not gonna help you pay your bills. They're gonna they're not gonna sit there and help you take care of your kids. This motherfucker don't give a flying fuck about you. But tell me what you think down in the comment section. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Tumblr. Subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to check out my like page down in the description box below. Share, like, and show your love. Because if you ain't down with the Wookiee, you're digging the booty ass. Because one thing is, I'd rather be a Jedi than a Sith or any damn thing. And I damn sure don't want to be a Jake Paul, be a digging the booty ass, roll with the KYJ looking ass motherfucker, just because he can sit there and do what the hell he wants. To me, he's just another punk ass motherfucker. They can get away with anything just because he got a job with Disney. You gotta wake up and realize that. Holla at me. Peace, love, and Afro Grease. I'm Afro Joe the Wookie. Live it like a fat key.